Hello, I'm Liam.
And I'm Christian.
Welcome to Nbs, where we talk about all your sports desires. Today, on episode 5, we will be doing a mock draft. So, Christian, go ahead and start us off.
Okay, let's pull it up. Okay, the number 1 pick of the 2025 NFL Draft. It's the Titans. I think they know that they need a quarterback right now. I don't know if they go quarterback. I don't know if they want Will Levis to get another year in there.
And then pick up somebody like Abdul Carter to run the D-line with Jeffrey Simmons.
See, this might be a bit of the reach, but I think the first pick might be Abdul Carter.
Actually.
I think it might be Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. I think it might be one of those two.
Okay. So who are you picking?
I think I'm going Abdul Carter.
Okay. And then for this mock draft, we're going to go back and forth. So he gets one, I get one. And, all right. And then forth. So it's obvious Cleveland needs a QB. They're going to take the best QB in the draft in Cam Ward. And I know some people are going to say Shador, but I feel like Cam Ward has that solidification that makes him the best player, the best QB in the draft.
Yeah, I like that pick.
You know I like my Giants. You know who I want.
And I know who I'm making y'all draft. With the third pick, you need a quarterback.
Yes.
Come on, you're taking Shador.
Yep. I love that pick. So the New England, I said they go out. I was thinking Ted, but now I said they go out and they get their a nice receiver in Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter.
So that's gonna be our fourth pick. Number 1 Abdul, 2 Cam Ward, 3 Shador, 4 Travis Hunter.
And I mean, you still don't know where Travis Hunter's trying to play, whether he's going corner, receiver. But now that we're on the Jaguars,
I'd say they need to beef up that D-line.
Yeah, I'm taking Mason Graham.
I like that.
All right.
Where are we on? Las Vegas?
Let's see the Raiders.
Wait, we're on. Yeah, I said this is where Tech goes.
You think Tech goes right?
I think Tech goes Raiders.
That's a good pick.
Because they really need a receiver, and I feel like later in the draft, they're going to pick up a receiver. I mean, a QB in, like, who knows, Jackson Dart.
I think Jackson Dart
or like Quinn Ewers.
Over there.
All right, so we're going to go. Let's go Ted.
All right, Ted McMillan. That'll be good for them.
I know.
All right, the Jets. This is going to be because they just announced that they're done with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
But I don't think that a quarterback is going this high other than Shador and Cam Ward. So I think they beef up the O-line. So I think they take Will Campbell at LSU.
I like that pick. I like that pick a lot. And then moving on to the Carolina Panthers. I'm just looking at this board, and there's one dude sitting at the top who I feel like if the Panthers had and they beefed up their secondary, not saying that they had a bad secondary, but if you have J.C. Horn on one side and Will Johnson on the other side, I feel like that would be a problem. Or, who's the dude that's on y'all's D-line? Derek Brown?
Derek Brown.
Him and Mykel Williams on the D-line?
Yeah.
That would be insane. But, honestly, I'm going to go Mykel Williams.
I like that pick. All right. Moving on to the Saints. They need
a QB, but they're
not taking them this early. So
they need DBs.
They need DBs and edge. I think they go DB here, and they draft
Will
the best
Johnson.
corner in the draft. Will Johnson.
Okay, I like that.
I said best corner in the draft. I might get some heat on that one.
Yeah, but I see why.
All right, the
Chicago Bears, O-line, easy. O-line or D-line? I'm not really thinking secondary.
I mean, you saw how much Caleb Williams was getting hit.
Let's go Kelvin Banks out of Texas.
Oh, that's a good pick. All right, moving on to the San Francisco 49ers.
I say they're going to go get an edge. They need a DB.
See, I think they do go out and get an edge just because, Jalen Walker, James Pierce Jr. still out here. But I think they go.
They could get a receiver.
They could.
They're losing Debo. They give Luther Burden. No, I don't really see that.
See, I see they're taking. I see them taking maybe a tackle or an edge.
Jalen Walker.
I think they take Jalen Walker.
All right. So then...
Ooh, the Cowboys. I think this one's an easy pick.
Oh.
At least what everybody else is saying.
Ashton Jeanty. They lost Rico. They're going to lose Rico Dowdle. They need that person that can come in and make a stand right away.
All right. Miami Dolphins.
I wouldn't be too ashamed to say Tyler Warren out of Penn State.
Yeah, I was thinking they need, a tight end would be great right now.
I would
and
say
Tyler Warren is...
He's that guy.
He's that guy, man.
All right,
we're drafting
Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren.
All right. Is it my turn again?
The Colts really needed a tight end too, so that messes their pick up too.
But they need a safety. And I'm
Are you
looking at Malachi
Starks?
out of Georgia. I say he's their move right now.
All right.
Atlanta, they've been incredible this season, but they need to beef up their D-line.
They need an edge rusher.
Who's the dude out of Tennessee?
James Pierce Jr.?
Yep.
I think it's between him and Shamar Stewart right now, but right now I think I'm giving the edge to James Pierce.
All right, Arizona, this is hard because they can go defensive line.
They can get literally anybody in the top picks right now. They can get
receivers.
There's a lot of good edges. This is a really good defensive draft if you look at it.
I think, honestly, we're going to go Josh Simmons out of Ohio State.
Okay. I like that pick.
I hope you picked the one I want next.
Okay.
Look at their team need.
They have, they're losing T. Higgins, maybe.
Probably.
Maybe. I think they take Luther Burden.
Yes. And then, what team is this? This is...
We're in Seattle.
I say they get Aramd Membu out of Missouri because the biggest team he is a tackle. So I feel like he's right there. They need him.
All right, moving on to my division rival, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They need an edge rusher.
Shamar Stewart.
I think they take Shamar Stewart out of Texas A&M.
All right, I like that pick, All right, so Denver Broncos. Do we get...
I'm looking at a guy right now.
Colston Loveland?
Yeah, I'm looking at Loveland, man.
Or Emeka Egbuka.
You gotta think of... let's be for real. If Tez Johnson's on the board in the second round, they're getting Tez, right?
No, they're getting the QB. Oh, no, they have Bo Nix. I forgot. Oh, so do you want to get the tight end out of Michigan?
I think Colston Loveland's a great player.
All right, let's do it. I find this kind of easy. Emeka Egbuka is going to be a Steeler.
Okay, I like that pick.
He's going to be a Steeler.
I think that one was fairly easy. They really need a wide receiver to pair up with George Pickens right now.
All right, so...
The Chargers.
They need an edge.
They need somewhere on the D-line, and I'm thinking Jim Harbaugh looks at one of these Michigan guys that he used to coach.
Kenneth Grant?
I'm thinking they go, but here's the thing.
I was thinking Walter Nolan.
I was kind of thinking Mike Green. See, it's just a stacked defensive draft. You can go anywhere in this situation. There's Nick Scorton still available. If they wanted to go get a receiver, which they really need, man. They really need a receiver. But I think they beef up this D-line. I think they go... I think I'm going to go Kenneth Grant.
All right.
It might be a reach right now, but, Packers.
All right, they need a corner. They got Jair. I feel like there needs to be another corner to go there with them. Their D-line is okay. But... I'm looking at Jahdae Barron out of Texas. I think he's their guy.
All right. That's a good pick. Moving on to the Minnesota Vikings, who, when you look at this, they only have 4 picks in this draft.
I know.
They need to use these picks really
wisely.
Yeah. And right now, I think they need
that D-line.
I think they need the D-line. So
Walter
Nolan out of Ole Miss.
Big boy.
That's who they're getting right now. Oh,
Houston, Texas, they have a bunch of picks. So, I say it's there. They take it. Tyler Booker inside.
Yes. All right.
Tyler Booker.
All right. Moving on to the Los Angeles Rams.
Here we go.
They're getting rid of Cooper Kupp. I still don't know why they're going to do this, but I think they go and get Matthew Golden out of Texas.
I was thinking they go get a tackle out of Oregon.
Ooh, Josh Conley. Okay. All right. You know what? I think I like that pick better than the receiver.
All right, let's go with Josh
I think we're going, yeah.
And that leaves us to Baltimore. Honestly, that defense.
I mean, look at how many picks they have, and for the top 5, maybe top 3 team in the NFL, they get this many picks to improve their team. They're gonna be nasty
I
next
say
season.
at edge, you take Mike Green.
Okay, I like that pick.
He's the highest on the lead. He's the highest on the board right now.
All right.
So you take him.
So you think they just take best player available?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, this is where it gets spicy. Detroit.
Okay, Detroit, man. I think they go Nick Gordon out of A&M.
Really?
Yeah, I think I see them taking edge right now.
Okay.
Pair him up with Aiden Hutchinson.
Ooh,
I mean,
I didn't even think about that.
that'll be disgusting, man.
I haven't seen that many linebackers come off the board yet. So then that leads us to Washington. Honestly, we're going to build up that DB room and go to Notre Dame and get Benjamin Morrison.
Oh, I like that pick. Okay, when you look at this Buffalo Bills team, they need somewhere on the defense. I think you go and you get a secondary right here. You can get Siobhan Ravel Jr. out of East Carolina. You could get Nick Amonry
Out of
South
SC,
Carolina.
yeah.
But I think they go and they double up, with DeMar Hamlin. I think they go get another safety.
All right. Kansas City Chiefs. It's there. I don't know. Their D-line, I'm going to be honest, their D-line wasn't putting that much pressure. No, after that Super Bowl, I say they got to take a guard. Because Jalen Carter was busting their interior line up. And they're losing Trey Smith.
So are you taking
Donovan Jackson out of Ohio State.
That's a good pick right there, man. And that leaves us with the last pick of the first round, Philadelphia Eagles. I think they go and they get Jackson Warrior.
I'm looking at him and he's looking at me. I say, if they put him on that D-line, I feel like he can kind of replace Josh Sweat.
Yeah, he's going to be nasty on that Eagles.
Who did Cleveland? They picked Cam Ward, number 1.
They got Cam Ward, number 1.
So then let's go. They need a DB. Let's go Siobhan Revel Jr.
Okay.
Out of ECU.
All right. I like that pick right there, too.
Right. To
Okay,
the Giants.
See,
this is where you got to go and get a receiver.
Receiver? I was thinking they double up. I think they get somebody on the O-line. I was looking at,
Ezri?
Ezri. Yeah, Ezri.
I say, that's true. All right, let's go Arante Ezri.
Yeah, I like that pick.
I like that pick, too. Abdul Carter, I feel like they need a receiver. No, they need a QB.
You think they take him second round?
Jackson Dart.
You think they take Jackson Dart in the second round?
Let's wait later into the round so we get like third round and then we'll take a look.
Because I'm
looking at Matthew Golden.
I feel like if they're not taking a quarterback in the first round, I don't know if they take one in a while. Because I don't know if they're still trying to build this team around Will Levis or not. I mean, they're not really giving us much to work with here. But I mean, what do you do here? Do you go out and you get a wide receiver, or do you?
I don't think you go defense.
I mean, your first pick. I mean, you got the best defensive player in the draft in Abdul Carter. So
I say Matthew Golden. Well, no, not necessarily. I say that O-line. So let's go Gray Zabel out of North Dakota State. He's an interior O-lineman. Well, no, they don't really. Let's look for a tackle. Cameron Williams out of Texas.
Okay.
That's a little bit of a reach, though. Do you think?
I mean, they could get defense if they wanted to. I mean,
sure. Let's check out the defense. Ooh, linebacker. Who are their linebackers right now?
I don't.
I said they go out and they get another incredible D lineman in Derek Harmon.
Derek Harmon would
to run with Abdul Carter.
Derek Harmon he's a dog, man.
All right, so let's forget him. So then that comes up to Jacksonville.
Okay,
Jacksonville. Who'd they take?
They got Mason Graham in the first round. They're not moving on from T-Law. They're not going to do that after one bad season. Well, then, they're giving him a weapon.
Ooh, I would say D-line. Because they're D-line. They already got Mason Graham, though.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Look, they need a weapon. Who is he throwing the ball to right now?
Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas Jr. is a dog. Brian Thomas Jr. is a dog.
I said they beef up
They
that
could beef up the O-line and get Gray Zabel.
Gray Zabel out of North.
Yes.
He's looking at me and I'm looking at him. I say we take him right now. And then Las Vegas. This is where they take a QB. So are they getting Jackson Dart, Jalen Milroe?
I think they take Jackson Dart.
Me too. I'd love to see Jackson Dart in that jersey. Him and Tet is going to be insane.
Oh, that'd be crazy, man.
So then that leaves you with Travis Hunter.
Okay. Right here, they need a tackle. I think they go out and they get Cameron Williams out of Texas.
All right. I like that pick. All right. So then the Bears, they got Kelvin Banks already. I said Tyleik Williams out of Ohio State. I'm looking at his stats and he's looking amazing. So I said we go Tyleik Williams.
Okay. See, all of these draft classes are looking pretty good for every team so far. The Saints, they take Will Johnson. I think they wait till about the third round to take a quarterback.
Quinn Ewers, yeah.
Okay, right here, I think you're looking at a wide receiver potentially because there's Matthew Golden still here.
Or you can
there's Trey Harris still here. You could double up on the
corners.
And that would be, you could get
Thomas out of Florida State.
Thomas out of Florida State. You could get the.
What I'm looking at right now is
there's
edge.
a whole lot of edges too. I think you take the one out of Boston College, Donovan. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm gonna try Ezirukaku. I don't think I said that right, but they're gonna take him.
I like that pick right there. I think they get a strong defensive draft this year.
The Bears have already had.
Yeah, the Bears.
Oh, they traded up. Okay, so they had 2 second-round picks. I say they don't need a weapon. Not yet. I say they hold off to next year.
They take an edge
till they
too.
lose Keenan. Yeah, I say they take an edge too. And Princely, Emilian, he's just off his stats, he's looking like the best QB on the board.
Prince out of Ole Miss. That's a tough pick.
All right, let's go with that.
All right. Now we're looking at the Jets. The Jets need so much. I think they go Trey Harris right here.
Over Matthew Golden?
I'm going Matthew Golden. I forgot he was still on the board. I don't see how he's falling this low.
He's projected first round.
That's crazy that we let him fall that low. But, I think that with the players that these teams need to go out and get.
All right. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. And we was thinking. I'm sorry. Go to Mars. Okay. So, it says Azarai Thomas out of Florida State. He's looking the best right now.
That's a good pick.
All right, let's go with him.
All right, so they get Ashton Jeanty. Do they double up on the...
They get JT to
That's what I was about. That's what I was thinking.
Ohio State.
All right. They double up on that D-line. Now you have Michael Parsons and him coming off the... Oh, my gosh.
They need a tight end.
They do need a tight end. So do you...
Let's find the best tight end on the board and consider.
Do you draft him right now?
Oh, no. The best one is coming out of Bowling Green.
Fannin Jr.? I don't think you take him this high.
I say...
Isaiah Bond. There's...
I don't think they need I say they get Landon Jackson out of Arkansas.
Okay.
He provides some good pressure off the edge. And I guess... What position is Latu? I have no clue, but I feel like he could step up and make a difference. Right. Or do you want to go Trey Amos out of Mississippi?
They could use him, but when I'm looking at this team, I think they need edge more than receiver at this point.
He's a corner.
What are you talking about?
Scroll down lower. Trey Amos.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Landon Jackson.
I know, but I picked Landon Jackson, though. Landon Jackson.
Okay. All right. I was confused there for a second.
And then...
All right, so now we're moving on to Atlanta, who, like we've said before, they only have 4 picks. Do they go corner?
And Trey... I don't know. Or do they go Deion Walker out of Kentucky? I say Deion Walker.
I like that pick.
All right, let's go with that. And then Arizona Cardinals.
They need an edge.
They do need an edge really bad, so... Honestly, I would go linebacker Jahad Campbell.
Now, he was projected to go early second.
Or they need interior offensive line.
They need a whole lot. I'll tell you
I
that. They need a whole lot.
I say Jonah out of Arizona.
Okay.
Jonah S out of Arizona.
Oh, so it goes from Arizona back to the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, he's staying there.
All right, so this is we had pick 13.
This is where Jahad Campbell goes.
Jahad Campbell.
I think he goes to Miami.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right.
I like that pick. They picked Luther Burden in the first round. Who's their running back?
They do need a running back.
I don't know. I was thinking Omar and Hampton. This is a loaded receiver draft. I'm looking at so many receivers on the board.
I mean, it's crazy that after
who was the safety out of Notre Dame?
Safety out of
Watts?
Notre Dame. I think so.
I say we go him. Because they need some secondary.
Xavier Watts, okay.
Yeah, they need some secondary.
See, I'm looking at all these running backs, and I'm not saying that the Seahawks need a running back. I mean, they got Kenneth Walker III still, and he's pretty good. He did get hurt last season, but when I'm looking at these running backs, I'm so surprised that Scadaboo's not up here, man. I mean,
I got him going third.
After the performance he put up, and he's not even that high up here.
I don't even think he's
all right.
projected.
But looking at this team right here, I think you go and get a D lineman.
And T.J. Sanders out of South Carolina. I like that. Or you could go Collins out of Texas.
I think I'll take T.J. I think he fits better on the Seattle team. All right.
So then that leaves us with the Broncos. They're going to go get a weapon. Tez Johnson is going to keep falling. I say they get Trey Harris out of Ole Miss.
Trey Harris?
Oh, no. This is where Omari and Hampton gets drafted.
Okay.
Second best running back in the draft. I'll go on a limb and say.
Okay. All right. And we had, this is Steelers. They just picked up Emeka Egbuka.
Yeah.
I think.
Corner. Or
Trey Amos?
Running back.
I mean, I wouldn't say running back. I mean, Najee Harris is still putting up numbers, isn't he?
I thought they might release Najee. I thought I seen that.
Really? That's crazy. But
I say Trey Amos.
Yeah.
It's just there. You need him. So then they need a receiver. Has Trey Harris not been off the board yet?
Trey Harris has not came off the board.
Oh, they're taking Trey Harris.
That's what they need. I think they take
Jalen Milroe's still on the board.
Okay. Green Bay.
They need a receiver.
Need receivers so bad.
So then you got Stanford or Texas.
I think they're going
Alik Manor?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, Isaiah Bond's good, but when you look at it, I mean, he's from Texas. I mean, when you look at Texas, you're looking at all these great receivers they have coming out. Last year was Xavier Worthy. I mean, at Texas, we've already got the Texas wide receiver already off the board. Texas is just always a good, receiver school.
I got Isaiah Bond going to the Chargers.
Yes, they need a
him and Ladd.
They need a receiver so bad.
So that brings us to the Buffalo Bills.
I think they take.
I'm just looking at this.
I mean, they could go pretty much everywhere.
They can go QB. No, not QB. What am I talking about? Running back, D tackle.
I kind of think they beef up the secondary a little bit because, I mean, they did just get that Nick Onward pick in the first round.
Getting Maxwell Hairston
out of Kentucky, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at.
All right, so Carolina Panthers. They don't need running back. They don't need QB. Their O-line is okay.
I like our O-line.
I
like our
guards. Y'all might go get that tight end out of Bowling Green.
I don't think we need a tight end. I don't know how I don't know how Dan Morgan's looking at it. But right now, I mean, we have really good guards.
I say Wyatt Milam out of
that's what
West Virginia.
I think we double up on the tackle right now.
Right. We haven't really made bad picks yet, so I'm proud of that.
Tyler, okay, we had them taking interior line right here. Do they double that up and go with a tackle?
I'm not seeing too many tackles on the board. I said they double up on interior offensive line and go Marcus Mbo.
Okay, I like that pick.
All right.
So then that goes to the Baltimore Ravens. I think that they go and they get... The tight end room is insane. I don't really know if they need a tight end. They don't need a running back. We've seen how Derrick Henry's done, even at his age. I mean, he's getting up there in age, and he's still performing great.
I'm thinking DB.
DB?
Yeah.
Is there that many DBs? I mean, there's a whole lot of DBs off the board. I don't think you take a huge reach right
Or
here.
you can go...
I think Alfred Collins is right here.
I'm thinking that, too. I like that. Out of Texas?
Yeah, I like that
I said
pick.
they'd get him. Detroit Lions. They need corners. And I'm looking at this board, and I said they go out and get Carson Schwessinger out of UCLA as their linebacker.
All right.
I like that.
So that leads us to the Washington Commanders, which
I said they get a running back.
They're going to be a problem. I think they get running back too.
I said they get Trey. All right, it's the big question.
It's between the Ohio
Quinshawn
State
Judkins or Trayvon Henderson?
Okay, if this was last season, I would have said Travion Henderson. I think it's Quinshawn. I think it's Quinshawn Judkins.
Okay. They need D-line pretty bad, so let's go.
The Bills,
the dude out of Toledo, Darius Alexander.
Okay.
I don't like that pick. Okay.
Now we're going back to the Chiefs.
I said they go get a tight end.
You think they get tight end?
To make up for Travis Kelce, because it's probably going to be his last season.
It could be his last season, and if it is, see, people are sleeping on Bowling Green just because it's a small school. I think Harold Bannon Jr., he's a good, he's a great tight end. I think they go ahead and get him if they're going tight end.
Let's do it. Harold Finnan Jr. out of Bowling Green. So then that brings us back here. I'm looking at this board. They really don't need nothing. No. I'm looking at one thing, and that's they got their edge because they're losing Josh Sweat. And they got him. So I'm thinking either linebacker or interior.
Could they get another tight end to pair up with Dallas Goedert?
They could. Oh, you're talking about the dude out of Miami.
I am. Elijah.
Let's try it.
All right. What's this? Oh, back to your team.
All right, let me do this.
All right, come on. Come on.
We need to running back. We're getting Trayvon. Oh,
I like
Caleb Johnson or Trayvon Henderson.
See, I liked Tyrone Tracy this year. That was the one y'all drafted last season.
Yeah, but
I kind of liked him. I mean,
should we get Shador another weapon? I'm not looking. I'm looking at the board. Jalen Royals out of Utah State.
he was good this year, man.
So then that would be Wandale, Malik, and Jalen
Royals.
Let's try it. Let's just pull a trigger.
All right. If you were to see that happen in draft night, would you be happy with that
I
pick?
wouldn't have been upset. I'll tell you that right now.
Back to the Chiefs. Do they go running back? I mean, they have Pacheco.
I said they stick with Pacheco and them.
I think so too. I think they might double up on the D line
and get Omar Norman Lott.
Yeah, I like Norman. Yeah, Norman Lott. That's a good pick. It's a good pick right here. All right, now back to the Browns. All right, let's be for real. They need everything.
I said they go. This is where Trayvon Henderson goes.
Okay, I mean, they have Nick Chubb, but Nick Chubb did get hurt, and I don't know if he's going to be the same player. He's probably not going to be but I mean, he's coming back from an injury. I don't know if he's going to be that explosive running back that he was when he was in Offensive Player of the Year talks. But I think Travion Henderson is a pretty good pick right now. So this is back to the Raiders.
Ooh.
Do they need a running back too?
Caleb Johnson's on the board.
Out of Iowa.
He put up about 1,500 yards this year, I believe. Maybe 16. I won't pay attention too much to him, but Caleb Johnson is their guy.
Oh, yeah, it was about 15, because last episode when we were comparing him to Ashton Genty, he was...
I say they go him. So they need a QB. It's up to debate. I got Jalen Milroe going.
I don't think they need a quarterback. Drake May was...
Oh, I forgot about Drake May. I'm sorry.
I think they could go tight end and get Mason Taylor out of LSU.
Or they could go receiver and get Jaden Higgins. I say.
This is tough.
I don't know Iowa. No, they're going Josiah Stewart out of Michigan. What am I talking about?
I love Stewart, man. I love Joe Stewart.
So then, I say they stick with what's his name.
They're sticking with. There's no way they don't
T-Law.
stick with T-Law.
How's ETN be doing? How has ETN been doing?
I mean, it's still ETN, you know. He's a quality running back, but this year I think he did get hurt because Tank Bigsby was their starting running back for most of the season. So I don't know if they go running back here.
I like Mason Taylor.
I was looking at Mason Taylor and those two Iowa State boys.
Oh, Jaden Higgins and Darian Porter.
I think Mason Taylor is a good, you know.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, I think it's a good pick right here.
Who are their DBs?
I mean, you're right. I mean, DB is a position they need.
I say Darian Porter.
Okay, Darian Porter.
All right.
Okay. Now, right here, this is where Mason Taylor is off the board.
Yep. Boom. All right, Chicago Bears. They're staying with Caleb Williams. Whew, they got a lot of picks. So
I think they get another tackle?
They either get a linebacker, or they go out and get a guard, or they go out and get a safety. I'm looking at Emory Jones. I don't think he goes off just shit. I had him projected higher, second round.
What about Tate Redledge out of Georgia?
You want to try that?
That's a guard right there. I mean, they could use him.
Double up on guard. Let's try it.
Okay, now the Raiders. We're back at the Raiders. They've got the quarterback, which they needed.
Mm-hmm. And Jackson Dart.
They got a receiver, which they needed. Mm-hmm. And McMillan. I'm not going to say arguably. I think he's the best receiver in this draft.
Okay.
And then
I like that
hot
take.
Caleb Johnson, running back. Right now, this is a pure offensive draft for them. So I think they need defense.
Jared Ivey.
I think they take Jared Ivey out of Ole Miss.
I like that. Okay, so then moving on to the Panthers, they're going to stick with, what's his name, Bryce Young?
Yeah, we're keeping Bryce Young.
All right, then I got y'all taking Shamar Turner.
Oh, I like that pick.
Out of A&M.
Love that pick. So right now we've got, two defensive players. We got the edge and Jalen Walker. We got the tackle out of West Virginia, I think. And then we got... Okay, you know what? We're doing pretty good right now.
So is my team.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Maybe we're being biased and keeping these players.
Yeah, I know. So then they need an offensive tackle. This is where Emory Jones Jr. gets off the board.
That's a great pick right there.
Do they take a QB? I wouldn't be upset if they took a QB.
I don't know if they take QB right now, because if you think about it, I think they need another weapon alongside CD Lamb.
So then Jaden Higgins?
I think they take Jaden Higgins.
Out of Iowa State.
So
then this is Travis. Ooh, this is a loaded draft for the Patriots. They can have Travis Hunter, Cameron Williams, and Josiah Stewart.
I think they might.
They're not going edge again.
I'm between two. And if we're not going edge, we got to go Savion Williams out of TCU, right? Get them a receiver.
Oh, yeah. Are there any other receivers? No. He's the best on the board. Let's go with it.
Okay, so who's coming up next? The Arizona Cardinals.
They need an edge, so they're getting Kyle Kennard. No questions asked.
Washington, they might go out and get
a receiver.
They could get Zach Beck out of TCU. That'll be
Jack.
What did I say?
Zach.
Oh, my fault.
Jack.
They could take Jack Beck.
They get Tess Johnson.
I think you take.
Say you get Jack Beck. Though.
Okay, yeah. All right, who's coming up now? This is the Colts.
I said they take a QB.
Are they sticking with Anthony Richardson?
I said they give him one more season, and if he underperforms, they're going to take a QB this draft. I know it, but if he underperforms next season, it's not even going to be fun. So I say I'm looking at 3 amazing QBs and Jalen Milroe, Quinn Ewers, and whoever I think is going to fit their system the most, Jalen Milroe.
So you think they go like the same type of quarterback?
Same type of mobile quarterback. But I feel like Jalen Milroe, I'm not discrediting him, but I feel like he's a little more accurate. He's not the most accurate QB, but if we're going for accuracy, I would go Will Howard.
I feel like Jalen Milroe hurt his draft stock in his past, in the Senior Bowl and against Michigan in their bowl game. But I don't think that scouts are looking at those games and they're like, "Oh, this is a horrible quarterback."
Yeah.
I think they're still looking at this dude as
I like
the
Jalen
top
Milroe.
pick.
Would you like Jalen Milroe?
I think Jalen Milroe is a pretty good pick right here.
All right, and that brings us to the Bengals. They're getting
The
Jordan
Bengals
Burch
are getting come on.
out of Oregon, and then
Seattle.
they need an edge.
I think they. Okay, I'm between Barrett Carter out of Clemson and Andrew Mukuba, the safety out of Texas.
I say Barrett Carter.
I like that pick.
All right, they need linebacker. Because think about it, they got Devon Witherspoon, and they already have Reek Willen. So I feel like their secondary isn't that bad.
Okay.
They need D-line. Pittsburgh.
Oh my gosh, they could take a running back right here and get
Don't even
Cam
look at
Scatterboo. They can get Cam Scatterboo.
I don't think they're going to take Scatterboo.
They really need D-line. But right here, I don't think you're going to try to reach for it. They have wide receiver. We've already helped their...
They could use
bless you. They already have some secondary help in Trey Amos. I don't know if you double up on the secondary and
bunch
take...
of QBs are popping up.
And that's what I'm saying. Because they had both quarterbacks on one-year deals, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
So...
Do you think they'd take a QB?
Are they taking a quarterback right now? And
Will
if
Howard?
They do, I like Will Howard.
I say Will Howard.
All right. It might be a hot take that they're taking a quarterback this high. Oh, right here, they're taking Mukuba.
Mukuba.
Yeah.
Easy. That's the easiest pick in the draft. Tez Johnson's up on the board. They're going to go
I think they're
and get
taking
him.
Tez Johnson.
Because he has that chemistry with Bo Nix.
Okay, right here is where you go and you get Denzel Burke.
I like that out of Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then they need Green Bay Packers. They need secondary.
You're looking at Kevin Winston?
Kevin Winston Jr.
Okay. I mean, that's a great pick right there, man.
And then back to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Do they go receiver?
Or do they go Scatterboo?
They could get Scatterboo right here. I like Scatterboo. I like Demetrius Knight, too.
Oh, yeah. You have to go Demetrius Knight. Out of SE. Alright, offensive tackle.
They really need a tackle, but there's really not.
They have Joe Mixon. They don't need a running back. So
they could take Anthony Belton, but would that be a reach if they took Anthony Belton out of NC State?
I wouldn't say so.
But I mean, they really do need an edge, too, so they could go and get Braden Swinson from LSU.
I didn't even think about that. Good pick. They only... Oh, my goodness. They've only had one pick so far.
Who are we looking at? The Rams.
Do they get a QB? No. They have Stafford.
I think they could get a QB because he's talking about retiring next year. But I think this is his last year.
Exactly. So then they have next year. Or do you want... Or would you rather have a QB that learns from him? Because if you're going to have a QB...
You gotta think... Yeah, that's... So would you take Dylan Gabriel right here?
Or Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers is still on the board.
He is still on the board. Where is... Oh, okay.
I'd say you take Quinn Ewers.
You think Quinn Ewers?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Just so he can develop and learn. Ravens Xavier Restrepo.
Okay, all right. I like that pick.
Jets are popping up, and I'm seeing Dylan Gabriel.
And
they need that
you're
QB
right, because they're moving on from Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Depending on what they do in free agency. If they don't pick up a quarterback in free agency, they have to get Dylan Gabriel.
All right, so they need weapons. Jalen Noel out of Iowa State.
I mean, if you think about it, this team needs a quarterback too. And the Rams.
Think about that.
The Rams taking Quinn Ewers really messed that up for them, didn't it?
I know.
So do they go ahead and get a wide receiver in Jalen Noel?
Yeah, I feel like they keep letting it fall. And maybe later in the draft they could pick up Riley Leonard.
Riley Leonard's a dog.
Exactly.
Now, right here, I think the Browns are doing really good in this draft so far.
Yeah. I said they need an edge.
An edge and,
Or they could go back-to-back receivers. Tay Felton out of Maryland.
Okay, they could get Tay Felton. They could also get no tackle.
And Anthony Belton out of NC State.
So, do they take Belton or Felton?
I say Felton. Oh, Anthony Belton right here. Has to.
For the Chiefs?
Yeah, have to. They need a tackle bad. Did you take Anthony Belton?
Yeah, alright,
Okay.
yeah, we're good. Mine was taking a little bit low.
Alright, so then
We're on the Eagles
linebacker,
again.
Chris Paul Jr. They have to take Chris Paul Jr.
Chris Paul Jr. is a dog, man.
I've never seen him play in my life.
Really?
Nope.
They need an RB, into the Ole Miss game.
Scatterboo,
Do they need
and
a running back?
Vikings.
I mean, I'm confused, man, because they have Aaron Jones, but Aaron Jones is aging.
I thought they were releasing him.
Are they going to release? Wait, he was on a 1-year deal, wasn't
Exactly.
he? Yes, he was. So
Scatterboo.
Scatterboo's up here. I think you go ahead and you take him.
I said you have to take D-line. Jordan Phillips.
Jordan Phillips.
What happened to Ollie Gordon? He was such a dog last year.
I don't know, man.
Same thing with this team. Dylan Sampson, he's there. I would take him in case, McCaffrey gets hurt again.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're looking at McCaffrey, I mean, he gets injured a whole lot. I wish he didn't.
Yeah.
It'd be great, but you got to think about it. He's injured a whole lot.
Yeah.
So we take Dylan Sampson right there.
And then
Now
I
we're
say
moving on to
they
the
get
Rams
Zai
again.
Alexander.
You think so?
I'm positive.
Okay, Zai Alexander for the Rams. That's a good pick right there.
Closing in on the 2 last picks of the 3rd round. I'm looking at this draft board. I don't think
They've took all defense so far. Did they go?
I say they keep going defense. And then they get Dorian Strong out of
VTech.
Tech.
I like that
I
pick.
like Tech, so yeah.
All right, let's.
They've picked Abdul Carter. Apparently they need a Q. Oh, they do need a QB.
I don't think they reach right here.
I know
yet.
they're not gonna reach, but I'm gonna scroll down so I see the first QB.
It's gonna be. Oh wait, we forgot about
Kyle McCord.
Kyle McCord, yeah, I just remembered him.
Riley Leonard. They got Riley Leonard on 144. Okay, but I have them.
Jared Wilson, they could.
Yeah, I said that he's a big boy from Georgia. What else can you ask for? They need an edge.
We're moving on to the Cleveland Browns.
I
They
said
really do need an edge.
They go out and get Ashton Giolet out of Louisville. I don't know if I pronounced his name right.
Ooh, okay. I saw him play in person. I went to the UVA game. He's pretty good, man. So now we're going back to the Giants to take the wheel.
I say Ollie Gordon.
Take the wheel.
I love Tracy. Hold up, because you can go either way. Let's look at this board.
You could also get a D-lineman
We
right
can
here.
build up the corner room, the safety. There's so many amazing people on the board right now.
Ollie Gordon was great last year.
I say we take Ollie Gordon.
All right, I like that pick.
Yeah, I like it a lot too. And then this is where they take a tight end and Gunnar Helm. I like that pick.
So you team him up with Hunter Henry?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot about Hunter Henry. What am I talking about? They go out and they get defensive lineman and Joshua Farmer. What did you pick? What did you pick? Oh, okay. I wasn't going to agree with that, but okay.
Sorry about that. I thought you had already picked him.
My
fault, man.
Ernest Green.
Ernest Green, the tackle, Georgia, for Jacksonville. That's a good pick.
D-line, Joshua Farmer. I feel like they're just going to take the best person off the draft. They haven't drafted a single O-lineman yet, so that's going to be the next thing the Raiders draft. Something in the late round. I think they go David Walker.
The Bills?
Yeah.
David Walker. Okay.
I said they go Noah Williams out of Cal. Jets. He's on the top of the board. He's looking like the most complete
They
player.
need a corner right now. So.
Yeah.
And
Safety.
now we're coming back to us.
Lathan
we
Ransom.
are going to take Lathan Ransom right here.
Okay, I like that. So they
I'm
need.
liking our defense
That just
right
stole
now.
a pick from them if you really think about it. I say they go D-line and go Ty Robinson out of Nebraska.
All right. Now we're on San Fran.
They need a linebacker, Lander Barton out of Utah. I like that pick.
Lander Barton. All right.
So
now we're back
to the Panthers. I say y'all go with a weapon. Do you want Ricky White or Tory Horton?
See, when I look at this,
I could go linebacker.
I think we might go linebacker and get Smell Mondon Jr.
I like that. Let's do that. I mean, it's your team. I did Smell-Mondin Jr. Oh, you picked Smell-Mondin Jr.? Did you pick Smell-Mondin Jr.?
Mine's lagging right now. I think we're just going...
Okay, we're just going to go off mine. Okay.
All right, let's do this.
Then Arizona, they need a corner. Quincy Riley.
Quincy Riley's there. I think you take him.
Yeah, I like that pick a lot. And then...
I think they might go O-tackle.
And get... Oh, they could use it.
But they could also use a weapon.
Safety. I said, they could use interior offensive lineman.
Okay, do they take...
I said they take Dylan Fairchild out of Georgia.
Okay, I like that. I like that pick. It's crazy to see all these players. They were really good in college, and they're falling this low
I know,
on
it's
the
insane.
boards.
Did they go get a weapon? I don't think so.
I mean, do they need somebody for Jalen Milroe to throw to if he's going to be their quarterback next year?
Torrey Horton? You want to go Torrey?
I like Torrey Horton.
All right.
Now, right here.
This is where
you
Ozzie.
You go Ozzie out of Boston College for the Falcons. Now we're on the Bengals.
I say you go Charles Grant.
Charles Grant out of William and Mary. That's a good pick right there. Now the Titans, back to them. We got D-line, edge, and interior.
They needed a QB in it. Kyle McCord is right there.
I don't think they're reaching right now.
Okay.
I think they do get him next round.
Okay, I like that. I say they go ahead and get Cornelius out of Oregon.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah, I don't think we've had a bad pick yet. Tampa Bay.
I think they might go Tommy Hill out of Nebraska.
All right, I like that.
Back to the Broncos. Do they go and get Jacob Parrish out of Kansas State?
I like that out of Kansas State. Or they go Danny Stutzman out of
Oklahoma.
I like Kansas State boy better.
Yeah. All right. Now we're coming up on this team who we've gave Will Howard, Emeka Ibuka, and Trey Amos. Do they double up on that secondary and go out and get Sebastian Castro?
He was looking at it. I said they go to VTech and get Peebles.
Peebles. Okay. All right, now we're on Green Bay. I think they take Savion Jones.
All right, I like that. Savion Jones.
All right.
They need a tight end. Terrence Ferguson. He's there. We're going to take him.
All right.
Running back. Ooh. They need running back Billy Bowman or Sebastian Castro.
I like Sebastian. I also like Antoine.
The edge out of VTech.
Yeah. Are we being biased towards... No, I mean, these are dogs, man. These are great players, but I think we go Sebastian Castro.
I like that.
I like that pick. Now, right here, I'm looking at either a wide receiver or you're looking at Danny Strutzman.
I say Danny Strutzman.
I like Danny Strutzman.
You need a linebacker that can take your team to the next level.
Now, right here, you got to go and get... If there's no O-tackles up, you go get a wide receiver, right?
Ricky White.
I think you do get Ricky White. That's a great pick. Do you take Billy Bowman right here?
I'm looking, and I'm looking even more. I say we go Jay Higgins out of Iowa.
Jay Higgins.
They need a linebacker pretty bad. They need interior O-line. When I was scrolling, Carson
Vincent out of Alabama A&M.
I like that.
I like that pick.
They're just beefing it up. Billy Bowman.
I think we do take Billy Bowman right here. Pair him up with Will Johnson.
We're gonna
with
hope,
the Saints.
They better hope that their QB is still there next round. We're just gonna pray. And the receiver, Caden Prather.
Yeah, I think you take him for the Bills.
Yeah.
Now we're on Kansas City.
Take the edge and Antoine Powell-Ryland.
Okay, I like that pick.
And then they need a wide receiver.
Oh yeah, the Lions. Wide receiver to pair up. They need a new wide receiver 3 to pair up with J-Mo and Amon-Ra.
It's going to be a little bit of a reach, so I say they don't go receiver right now. But
they could get...
They could get the tight end out of Syracuse. I like that pick right there.
Oronda Gadsden Jr.? I think that's how you say that.
Giants.
Now we're back to Giants. Take the wheel, man.
All right, here we go. We need a little bit of everything. We drafted O-lineman. Okay.
Do you take...
This has been a strictly offensive draft for us, so I feel like we have to take... I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but he's an edge out of UCLA.
It's a good pick.
They're not taking
McCord. I don't think so either. Tyler Barron out of Miami.
I like that. He's a hometown native.
All right, now let's.
All right, so Baltimore.
It says they. All right, so they're
need-
looking at a tackle, a corner.
Jordan Hancock out of Ohio State.
Okay, I like that pick.
Oh, they need an edge. Is there any good edges on the board?
Who's this right here? Seahawks. I think they could go out and get an interior lineman.
And Miles Frazier out of LSU. I like that.
LSU's had a lot of good O-linemen come off the board right now.
San Fran. I said they go D-line and JJ Pegasus.
Yeah, out of Miss.
Yeah. So then.
Oh, they get back-to-back picks. So we're back.
Malachi Moore.
I think
that secondary.
I like that pick right there.
That took away from. Ooh.
Now we're at Minnesota. No, they got JJ, so they don't need.
They go linebacker and Jeffrey Bossa.
Okay, all right. Now we're with us. I think we could go out and get a running back too right here, but if there's any interior linebacker, we've already drafted. No, oh yes we did. We drafted one last round, so I think we go ahead and get our running back too in R.G. Harvey Jr. The Titans take Kyle McCord.
Or do they take Riley Leonard?
Okay, do you think they want a run pass option quarterback? You think they want an RPO?
I mean, what's the other team that needs a QB?
The Saints really need a quarterback.
I say they take Riley Leonard.
Okay, and the Saints gonna end up with
Kyle McCord probably. They're gonna take Devin Neal, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
And then they need interior line. But I got them taking the tight end out of Clemson and Jake bringing Stoll. They need a safety, and I'm not seeing any on the board.
Patriots. They could go out and get a running back.
I
like the linebacker.
The linebacker out of Kentucky.
Jamin Demoss Johnson.
I like that.
I like him.
They already have their QB in Dylan Gabriel.
They already have a running back in Breece Hall.
They could use another linebacker.
They could use somebody on the D line like Riley Millis out of Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of him. They could go get Jalen Reed out of Penn State though.
I think right here they really need a safety bad.
Yeah, I think you have to. Bless you.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, now us. I think we'd go out and do we get another corner? Have we taken a corner?
I would say y'all go get a weapon.
We do. All right, I think Pat Bryant out of Illinois.
All right, I like that pick. Washington.
Right here. This has to be where Riley Mills
has to go.
To Washington, okay. The Bears.
Who's their running back?
They have Swift, so I think they could use Damian Martinez out of Miami. Yeah, Dallas. Let's give them a corner. It's between the Kansas corners. Do we give them Kobe Bryant? Yeah, I think Kobe Bryant is a really good pickup for Dallas. Yeah. So now moving on to Miami. I think they go Mello Dotson, the other corner out of Kansas.
I like that a lot. And then Colts, Jack
Kaiser.
I said Kisser. What am I talking about? I think that's an amazing pick right there.
Jack Kaiser was a dog on that national championship team. Or national championship runner-up, I guess I should say. Right here, do we go Phil Maffa? I think that's how you say that. From Clemson.
Who's their running back right now? James Conner? I would take that.
Oh, yeah, they do have James Conner.
But he can develop behind him.
James Conner's aging.
Jalen Rivers.
Miami for
going to Cincinnati.
All right, now we're back. Back to y'all.
Let me cook.
Y'all have a lot of picks in this draft.
Yes, we do. This is a really.
Is that a kicker? Did I see a kicker?
Well,
Miami, Andres.
Oh, we're not taking him. Don't worry.
All right, C.J. West.
We're gonna take an inside interior lineman.
And Seth McLaughlin.
Yep.
All right, so he's going to the Giants. Seth McLaughlin's going to the Giants.
So Miami.
They need a
safety.
Maxon Hook
out of Toledo.
All right, that's a good pick.
Has somebody took Riley Leonard yet?
Yes, I think.
They need Trevor Etienne. They need a running back. This is the team that needed Kyle McCord, right?
No, that's the Saints, I think. Okay. I think this team right here is, I think they take C.J. West, Tampa.
I like that.
Tampa Bay, C.J. West, the D lineman out of Indiana. Right here, the Chargers. Do we go Luke Kandra from Cincinnati?
Interior O-lineman, I like that.
I like that pick. Moving on to the Packers. The Packers could also use an interior line.
I say they take Jack Nelson.
Jack Nelson, O-tackle.
It's one of their biggest team needs. They need tackles, so.
Yeah, okay. I like that pick. Now, this is the Minnesota Vikings' last pick of the draft.
They need an edge, a safety, tight end. Okay.
They could use an O-tackle.
Kicker. Oh, you want to go with the edge out of...
I think you take the edge out of North Carolina.
I like that.
Kyman
to
Rucker.
round out their draft.
All right, now, Philadelphia.
Kyron Lacey. I didn't even know he was in the draft.
I thought Kyron Lacey was in jail.
He got arrested, yeah.
Yeah. So should we just not give him to anybody? All right.
We can go...
And go the O-tackle out of UConn, Chase Lunt.
Chase Lunt. I like that.
All right. Now we're back to the Steelers. We've gave them Emeka Egbuka, Trey Amos, Will Howard.
They need interior O-line.
Yeah, I think you go Garrett Dellinger from LSU. This is what I was talking about. Oh, my LSU goodness. Has some great
You have 2 more picks.
Okay.
I
think we might go... Oh, no, I want to say kicker so bad. I don't know why. Upton Stout would be a pretty good pick. I like the dude out of... I like the tight end out of Notre Dame, but I think we're going Upton Stout, cornerback out of Western Kentucky.
I don't like that. Cameron Ward.
Cleveland Browns. Did I see Ty Hamilton?
Yeah.
The D lineman out of Ohio State?
Oh, yeah, he has.
Yeah, I think. All right. Philly. How many picks does Philly have left?
2 more.
Did they take a kicker?
Let's do it.
Let's just, come on. Let's take the kicker out of Miami. Andres Baraglis. I think that's how you say that.
Let's look up the best O-tackles.
Holland Pierce, you got to take him for the Texans. Tennessee. They got Riley Leonard. Tennessee got Riley Leonard. Okay. So now they need corner. I guess you could go Justin Wally from
Let's look at tight ends.
Mitchell Evans. He's pretty. Luke Lakely was a dog last year.
Who's their running back?
Tony Pollard. Yeah, I think you pick up a. Actually, is Tony Pollard going into free agency next year?
He might. Let's go Brashard Smith.
Let's go Brashard Smith at SMU.
And then safety.
Okay, safety. Is that what we need for the Eagles? Is safety?
Not necessarily. You can go D lineman.
I mean, yeah, you could.
I say this is our guy, Howard Cross.
Howard Cross, the third out of Notre Dame.
They need a D-line.
So now we're back to Dallas. I think they do take Logan Brown out of Kansas.
I like that pick.
That's a good pick right there.
All right.
Okay, now to the Buffalo Bills. Great. They have a whole lot of picks for the great team they are. So far, they're a strong defensive draft. I think it stays that way unless they take an interior lineman. Jake Majors was pretty good this year. Mitchell Evans, I think, is the move.
He has to be.
Back to the Dallas Cowboys, and they have a lot of picks in this 5th round. I think.
I think they take Simon Barrow Jr. out of Miami.
Okay.
Defensive lineman.
All right, that's a pretty good pick right there. Now, Seattle needs an edge rusher, and I think they go Fadil Diggs out of Syracuse.
All right.
Back to the Cowboys. They need a tight end, kinda. They also need an interior lineman. I think we go Jake Majors out of Texas. It's a great pick right there. Back to the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Interior O-lineman.
Cody Lindenberg out of Minnesota. You want to go him?
That's a pretty good pick for this Bills team. They really need to stack up this defense. Mm-hmm. It's one of the reasons they keep losing to Kansas City in the playoffs.
They need an offensive tackle, but I think...
Ooh, Baltimore.
They have 2 more picks they can hold off. So I feel like
I mean, they could take it. I mean, I think they kind of needed a kicker. I mean, with Justin Tucker's allegations going on right
What's his
now.
allegations?
He's been accused of
Grape?
kind of sort of
SA?
sexual assault, and it's pretty much the same thing Deshaun Watson was accused of.
Massaging?
And it's the massage people. He's banned from a lot of parlors, and he didn't have a great season last year. He's one of the reasons they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles in the regular season. But let's look for I'm thinking
Interior
tight
offensive
end.
lineman.
There's an interior. All right. So do we go Connor Colby out of Iowa?
Oh, no, tackle. You have to go tackle.
Trey
Weddick.
out of Indiana. All right.
They need a running back.
They do. J.K. Dobbins is a free agent this year.
Out of all these people, who would you have? You have LaQuint
I'd
Allen
probably
Jr.?
go LaQuint Allen Jr. out of Syracuse. Right here, I think the Baltimore Ravens, again, could they use a backup running back?
DJ Diggins?
DJ Giddens.
Giddens.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Diddins.
All
And then the
right.
Bills, they have so many picks.
Is James Cook, is he still here, or is he free
I
agent?
have no clue.
I mean, they could use interior O-line. They could use... I mean, they have a few more picks left, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I said they go Kyle Monger. This RB draft is insane.
it is. I mean, I'm still waiting for my boy to get drafted, Khalil Mullings. He was great.
Tennessee.
He was a great running back. All right, Tennessee. They need a corner.
I mean, we could give him Nick Nash. He had the best receiving records and stats as a receiver this year. You can go Nick Nash.
We can go Nick Nash out of San Jose State for Tennessee. Back to Cleveland now. So look at all we've given them. We've given them Cam Ward, corner out of East Carolina, and Siobhan Reveal Jr., Travion Henderson, Tay Felton, Ashton Gillett, and Ty Hamilton. So I'm thinking they need maybe, there's tight end. There's a whole lot they could go. I mean, they have Njoku still, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think you could go linebacker right here. And
Kobe
Kobe King out of Penn State.
Right.
He was a big part of that defense this year. I think the Raiders, they could also use Connor Colby, the interior lineman out of Iowa. All right, now we're in the Chargers. See, the Chargers, they could use a lot. They got the receiver they need in Isaiah Bond. Do they double up on receiver, or do they go O-tackle?
I say O-tackle and Brandon Crenshaw Dickinson out of Florida. Yeah.
Crenshaw
Offensive
Dixon
tackle.
out of, okay.
They could go edge if they need to, or receiver.
Ooh, Ja Joyner? Ja'Cory Brooks out of Louisville for Jacksonville.
Yes.
That's a great pick. Baltimore. Do we go safety? Luke, I still like
I didn't even think about this dude. Jonas Sanker out of
Virginia. Is that the safety out of Virginia?
Yep.
He was pretty good.
And then that gives you O-tackle. Oh, they need their QB.
They do need their QB, so is this where we go Kyle McCord?
This is where we go, Kyle McCord.
Kyle McCord to the New Orleans Saints. I mean, Curtis Rourke, we forgot about him. He was a dog this year, too.
Yeah, he wasn't that
I
bad.
mean, Indiana, he led them to a playoff spot. So now we're looking at, would they take a quarterback here in the late rounds? I don't know about this round.
I said they might get a running back.
Khalil Mullings.
Yeah, Mullings.
I like Mullings.
Then I got the Jets.
That was the Seahawks. Now we're at the Jets. They need linebacker. They probably need D-line. Cody Simon out of OU.
And then they need a tight end.
Oh, Sam Fran.
Do they have any more picks?
They have a lot more
They
picks.
might have to reach right now.
I wouldn't even say it's that big of a reach. I mean, Luke out of Iowa.
Any tight end from Iowa was the dog.
Yeah, I mean, that's tight end you right there.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
I say,
so
same thing, we're taking tight end right here, too.
for Dallas?
Yeah, out of Texas Tech,
Jalen Conyers? Okay.
And then they need a tight end, too.
do you take a tight end right now or next pick? Because next pick isn't that far away.
Yeah, I say they can hold off.
Okay, so I mean they would a corner. A corner's a big need in this team.
Justin Whaley
Justin
out of Minnesota.
That's a good pick for the Colts. Now we're at the Rams. They need D-line, edge. I think they take Jaw Joyner
out of Minnesota. I like that.
That's a good pick for the Rams. Where we at Denver now? They need an edge, don't they? They need D-line.
Q Robinson.
Q Robinson was a dog, man.
So then, what is this, Browns?
Yes, it is the
They
Browns.
have Njoku. Who's the tackle? They got tackles. Tier offensive line. Willie Lampkin out of UNC.
Okay, I like that. Now we're at Cincinnati, the Bengals. This is their last pick of the NFL draft.
I think they have to go linebacker. They need something on defense.
They do.
Honestly.
Nick Martin out of Oklahoma State, he was pretty good.
Yeah, he was alright. Yeah, let's look at it.
And, I mean, Tyler Batty, I think is his name. He was a really good piece to that BYU defense. So now we're looking at, there's they could go running back. They probably should go running back.
And Jaquavius Marks.
Jaquavius Marks?
I like that.
Okay.
Out of USC.
All right. Now, right here, I don't think they go. They're not going quarterback.
They might go edge with Tyler Batty.
I like that pick for the Jaguars. Now, the Chicago Bears. I think Craig Woodson from Cal. That'd be a pretty good pick.
Alright, we're closing in on the last.
So this is Detroit.
Theo Weiss. Do you just want to give him Kyron Lacey?
I feel like Kyron Lacey's gonna be not here.
Alright, so let's go.
Let's just go Theo Weiss. Where are we at now?
We're at. This is about to be pick 99, and we're in Denver.
Cam Jackson, D lineman out of Florida. it's a great pick. So now we take it down to Green Bay. And they need a linebacker too. They need D-line. They need D-line. Interior, I think Tyler Cooper out of Minnesota. Is that a guard or center?
I would assume it's a guard.
Okay, all right.
And then they need a linebacker. Or an edge. I think Rayon Lane, the third.
Is that the one out of Navy?
Yep.
I like him. So that was the Chargers, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're coming back to Cleveland. They could use a safety themselves. Dante Trader Jr. out of Maryland.
Let's do it.
Now we're coming up on Rams back-to-back picks. So right now, it wouldn't really be a reach if you see two players, you can go and get them both right here.
I say Kobe Hudson.
Okay.
And
that's the receiver out of UCF, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be their last pick. Do you go interior O-line or D-line?
I think you pick up Elijah Roberts, maybe.
I would say Joshua Gray. I think
Joshua Gray's a good pick right there. And that was the last pick for the Rams.
They need interior O-line.
Is this their last pick?
No,
they have 3 more picks. This is the Ravens. I think they go Caleb Rogers.
Out of Texas Tech.
And the Bills need interior line too. I think they go Jackson Slater, Sacramento State. All right, Washington. They get 3 picks left. Let's see here. We're closing in on the end of the draft. There's a whole lot of players. But you got to think most of your needs you've picked up. But, they still need an edge rusher, linebacker. Jalen Travis, the O tackle out of Iowa State. Back to Buffaloes. I don't know how many picks they have left. You can get a backup quarterback, maybe. Maybe Xavier Truss out of.
I like that. And then.
All right, to the Jets now. The Jets could use a lot.
Elijah Roberts.
But I think they go Elijah Roberts, yep.
QB Denver Broncos. Do they take Curtis Rourke?
I don't see them doing that. I don't know.
Okay.
I think I might see Dallas doing that. I think
Okay.
Dallas might go ahead and take their quarterback of the future.
So there's between Akil Arnold out of USC.
For Denver Broncos, okay.
And then I would assume that they take.
I mean, they could use a safety,
I
but I think they might go Curtis Rourke for Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're doing like what the Green Bay Packers did when they drafted Jordan Love.
They need another. Max Brahms are out of Minnesota.
For Seahawks?
Yeah, he didn't do too bad this year.
All right. Now we're in Baltimore. I think we go
Tight
end maybe.
Jackson Hawes.
Jackson Hawes. Okay, I like that pick. Right. Georgia Tech. And now we're in Las Vegas.
Corners.
They could use a whole lot.
He fell so far. Robert Longerbeam. Out of Rutgers.
I like that pick right there. Now we're making it over to the other LA team, the Chargers.
I like Nick Martin.
Nick Martin at linebacker. I like that pick too.
Alright, let's check out edges here. You have to go Nick Martin.
Alright, Nick Martin for the Chargers.
State.
And we're closing in on the 7th round right now.
3 more picks left.
Okay, and right now we're closing up on back-to-back picks for the Browns.
So, they need a tackle 100%.
I think they go.
They can wait, though, I feel like. The pick right now is Benjamin Urosek.
Yeah, out of Georgia. That's a good pick. All right. And now, do they go against that O-tackle?
Yeah,
and John Williams? All right, that's... So now now it's the Raiders pick.
I say they get Caleb Ransall out of...
Tulane,
yep.
Okay. Now this is the first pick of the round 7, so...
214, Tim Smith coming out of Alabama.
All right, let's go Tim Smith.
And they need an edge. Baron Sorrell coming out of Texas.
Okay.
I like that pick.
All right. Was that their last pick? I mean, this is a lot of teams' last pick. This is the last round.
We have 2 more picks, so we could use a corner.
O'Donnell
Fortune.
Okay. I like that pick.
Are there any safeties?
Now we're in New England. New England Patriots. They could use interior O-line.
They could use a backup QB. No.
I mean, I'm thinking they might go safety.
Or maybe running back.
I mean, he should have been gone.
Sanders.
Yeah, that's a really good pick. I could see them taking a running back here. But they have already picked a running back.
I'd say they take a tight end.
Tight end?
And Molike Matavo out of UCLA.
Out of UCLA?
Mm-hmm. Offensive tackle. See if there's any linebackers. Okay, so
we're looking at the Raiders right now.
I'm thinking this Kareem Reed out of Utah. I'm thinking him.
Kareem Reed. Okay. Now Pittsburgh.
I guess we're going running back. And we're going to go
Taj
Taj
Brooks
out of Texas Tech. All right, we got to speed this up because my computer's about to die. So.
All right. Do you get another running back here for the Dolphins? And Tuden out of Virginia Tech?
You could go interior O-line. You could go receiver.
This is
tough, I say you go double running back and you get Bashal Tuden.
All right, let's get him. Now we're in Detroit. I think this is Detroit's second to last pick. Mm-hmm. They have 1 more after this. And see, I think they go get, you could get a D-line, interior O-line.
They need a running back as well. Let's go Jordan James out of Oregon.
Okay.
They need interior. They need a receiver.
All right, so we're in San Fran, so interior O-line.
Let's take Keandre Lambert-Smith out of Auburn.
Okay, I like that pick.
All right.
Now we're in Carolina, and I think let's check out the interior linemen.
Aren't that many? But I'd say you have to get Jacob Gideon out of Western Michigan.
See, I think I might like Drew Kendall. That'd probably be a reach. Let's go Jacob Gideon out of Western Michigan.
And then
back to Detroit. This is their last pick. And they really need D-line or interior O-line. They could use a corner in Jalen Smith.
there's a bunch of corners up on the board. You know, let's give him Jalen Smith.
They could also use a corner.
They could use a safety. Mac
McWilliams to Pittsburgh. But now this is San Fran. They could also use a corner. A lot of these teams could use a corner, and there's a lot still here. So you could take Brandon Adams out of, I think it was UCF.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could take Ahmed.
Just give him Brandon Adams.
Brandon Adams out of UCF. Now Miami could also use a corner. A lot of these teams could use a corner.
Yeah, so we're going to give him Jeremiah Harris.
Okay, Jeremiah Harris.
Okay, then moving on. This team could use D-line, and we're going to give him Ahmad Hassani. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Chicago Bears. They need to get a corner. We're going to go Jeremiah Harris out of Iowa.
Okay.
Same thing with Seattle. Jabbar Muhammad coming out of Oregon. Good day. Everybody can use a little bit of everything.
But I think
Clay
you go Clay
Webb out of Jacksonville State.
For the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to Washington. They could use a safety.
Right.
DeRicky Wright out of Vandy.
And then Green Bay Packers are going to go Nazir Stackhouse.
Okay.
And then Dean Clark out of Fresno State.
He's going to
go to the Patriots. And then Tennessee is going to draft a corner in Fentrell Cypress.
Okay.
And then
Bears.
They're going to take a wide receiver in Antoine Wells Jr. out of Ole Miss.
That's a good pick.
And then Houston Texans are going to take Jamir Caldwell out of...
Jamari Caldwell?
Yeah, out of Oregon.
He's going to Texas.
Atlanta is going to take Elijah Huzzy out of UNC. Pick. Baltimore, they're going to take a kicker in Ryan Fitzgerald out of Florida State.
Okay. Now, I think
Detroit.
They could use somewhere, the safety maybe.
Kenny Gallup Jr.
Okay.
Out of Howard.
All right, now we're moving on to Pittsburgh.
Aaron Smith out of South Carolina State.
That's a good pick. Now, to Giants, you got this, man.
Okay. We could use a D-line, safety. We can use a linebacker. I think we're going to go with Shamar James out of Florida.
Okay. Now, Dallas.
They're going to go linebacker 2 and get Jalen McLeod.
All right. Washington.
They're going to go edge and get Johnny Walker.
Okay. Now, Green Bay.
They're going to grab a running back and get Marcus Yarns out of Delaware.
Yarns, that's a good pick. Miami again.
Offensive tackle.
Dalton Cooper
out of Oklahoma State.
Now, this is the Chargers. They could use...
backup QB. Let's give them Graham Mertz out of the University of Florida.
Okay. All right.
New Orleans Saints, they could go offensive tackle. They could go interior O-line. I think they will. And Nafua Fia Talafanu out of Wyoming, interior O-lineman. And then that brings us to the 49ers. We're also going to take interior O-lineman and Drew Kendall out of Boston College. And then the Chiefs are going to take Jason Marshall out of Florida.
This is the last pick of the draft, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so
we're just going to go to the best player of the draft. And they're going to take Jalen Lane out of Virginia Tech. He's going to become Mr. Relevant.
And he's going to the Browns?
Mm-hmm. I'd say that's a pretty good mock draft.
Okay. Well,
I'm Liam.
And I'm Christian.
Thank you for watching Nbs, and we'll see you soon on our next episode. Peace.